Hello, my name is Trevor, and I'm doing my presentation on capital punishment or the death penalty and how it affects people living in the United States. Capital punishment, which is also referred to as the death penalty, is defined by the Bureau of Justice Statistics as the process of sentencing convicted offenders to death for the most serious crimes, capital crimes, and carrying out that sentence. Few crimes are punishable by death. Examples of crimes that could be considered capital crimes in certain cases are murder, espionage, treason, and large-scale drug trafficking. Capital punishment is a complex and interdisciplinary issue that is affected by various fields of study, so legislation should consider the topic from various points of view and welcome a wide range of people to the discussion. Some areas of study affecting capital punishment that we will consider are economics, criminal justice, and ethics. In the United States, the death penalty is such a political issue. Each state has their own legislation on the issue, and capital crimes tend to be high interest crimes, so the public generally voices their opinion. Additionally, taxpayers are responsible for the cost of the death penalty, so it should be a concern to them. The issue is relevant to politically involved Americans. One angle to consider the death penalty from is the economic cost. Capital punishment tends to be more costly than other cases. A study from 2000 to 2016 in Oklahoma reveals that on average the death penalty costs around $700,000 more in costs than not seeking the death penalty. The same study also reported that capital cases are around 3.2 times more expensive than non-capital cases. A countrywide report shows the extra cost of capital punishment between the years of 1982 and 1997 was around $1.6 billion. This chart compares the costs of crimes dealing with the death penalty under different circumstances. The chart reveals that capital punishment causes both and legal costs and incarceration costs. Cases where the death penalty is sought tend to have more legal fees than when it's not sought out. The death penalty is a form of justice. It is important that wrongdoings are corrected, but some view the death penalty as unethical. This video by Fox News shows the public's response to Ted Bundy's execution. So I have a video included in the slide, but it won't play through Canva. If you get the chance, you can search from 1989 Ted Bundy's execution on on the YouTube page Fox 13 Tampa Bay. The video is a great demonstration of the public's response to a death penalty verdict. Some people are cheering and even shooting fireworks when they hear the news that Ted Bundy has been executed. Others condemn the behavior and the decision to execute Ted Bundy. It's important that criminals are reprimanded for their behavior so that it's stopped. The public has varying responses to convictions on cases like these. When considering the death penalty, people should think about how the public will respond to the decision. People are also split on the death penalty because of ethics. So, on one hand, people believe capital punishment is unethical. Archbishop Desmond Tutu said there is no justice in killing in the name of justice. On the other hand, some people see the death penalty as a form of justice in a way to protect the public from harming people. Nancy Reagan said, I believe that people would be alive today if there were a death penalty. There really are not many alternatives to the death penalty. The purpose of the death penalty is for victims, their families, and others to receive justice for crimes. The death penalty also seeks to protect the public from dangerous criminals. A life sentence is generally the only punishment that can be considered an alternative to the death penalty. Most people prefer a life sentence without the possibility of parole as a form of punishment. In conclusion, the death penalty is a complex topic that should be considered from various angles. The topic is interdisciplinary and affects issues such as economics, criminal justice, ethics, and much more. Decisions on the death penalty cannot simply be made considering one area of study. When considering complex topics like the death penalty, it is beneficial to have people from different backgrounds and equipped with different experiences and knowledge at the discussion. Americans who are politically involved should understand the complexity of the death penalty and fully consider it. The death penalty is a serious topic and should not be solely decided based on emotions. I would challenge people to fully understand a case and the implications of a death penalty sentence before taking a stance on the issue. Thank you for your time. Here are the sources that I used throughout this presentation.